Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on betcraft. It's another very beautiful Monday morning, and once again, we are back with our predictions. As usual, we always look at football matches that's happening across the globe. Using the statistics that we have on these football clubs, using them to make verdicts and predict the outcome of each of these matches. All right, that's what we do on a daily basis. And before we head on to the business of today, we look at yesterday's performance. We could see that yesterday wasn't really our best day. Seeing the likes of Olympica Lyon, actually falling, yesterday, and we know expected it. And the Volendam, on the other hand, also, failed. So that yesterday losing for the first time in a very very long while. That does happen in football. Sometimes surprises do happen. All right, we leave that behind, and hopefully we do very well today, and expect to win 100% today. And today we have these games lined up, and we'll be looking at these matches in a short while. But one as of course, who are coming across a video for the first time, yes, to subscribe. Take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you won't be missing out on our subsequent football predictions that will always come up on this very channel on a daily basis. Okay, with that being said, we'll start with the first match for today, and today's focus is actually on the Scandinavians. And today, the first game is in the Denmark Superliga, where we'll have Copenhagen, who will be up against Aarhus. All right, for Copenhagen, it is 2 victories and 4 losses out of the last 6 games that they have so far. And Aarhus, on the other hand, have won just 1 game, 2 draws, as well as 3 losses in the last 6 matches that they have so far. All right, take a look at how these teams fared from home and away perspective. You could see that playing from home at Copenhagen have actually been able to achieve 6 victories and a draw in the last 10 home matches. They've actually lost 3 out of those games. Those 3 were mostly 2 out of the 3 were actually in the continental match, but they've been doing very well, domestically. And for the away side, Aarhus, playing from away, have managed to achieve 2 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 away games, but have lost 6 matches out of the last 10 away matches that they had, all domestic. And on head-to-head basis, we see that last time they met, it was Aarhus who actually played from home and won against Copenhagen by 4 goals to 3. That happened in February of this very year, but it was in a club-friendly match. But the last time Copenhagen played from home, Copenhagen won by 3 goals to 2 against this very side. And in this very encounter, we are going for the home side to take the day in this one, and we expect Copenhagen to win outrightly in this game. Home win, that's what value for that very game. Okay, and the next also in the Danish Superliga, we'll have a Valley who will facing Cborg. Okay, for Valley, it is 2 victories and 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 matches that they had. And the way side Cborg have had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 matches out of the last 6 games. Okay, and when you take a look at their performances from home and away perspective, you can see that Valley have won 3 games and have also had 5 draws in the last 10 away games. Okay, and in the last 10 home matches, rather, but they've also lost 2 matches out of those 10 home games that they had. And away side, Cborg have been able to achieve 4 victories and 2 draws, losing 4 games in the last 10 away matches. But for Cborg, they've been doing very well, and they've been scoring goals. You can see that the last 10 away games that they had here saw them producing over 2.5 9 times out of 10. And for the home side, Valley, for the last 10 home games that they had, produced over 2.5, 8 times out of 10. Okay, and we put all that together, we really do expect to see a lot of goals in this one, and we expect to see an over 2.5, a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. So an over 2.5, that's what our value for that very game. Okay, all right, that takes us to the next. Also in Danish Superliga, we'll have Viborg will be coming up against Limbe. Okay, for Viborg, they've won 4 matches and 2 draws in the last 6 games. And Limbe have had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 matches out of the last 6 matches that they have so far. Okay, and taking a look at their performances from home and away basis, you can see Viborg winning 8 games and a draw in the last 10 home matches. 8 games and a draw, losing just 1 in the last 10 home games that they have so far. And the way side, Limbe, on the other hand, have won 2 games from away and 2 draws, but have lost 4 games in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. Okay, putting all that together. All right. Also noting the fact that the last time both teams met was a 0-0 draw. That was in October of last year. But last time people played for home, they won in August of last year, beating this very side by 1 goal to nil. But so in this very one, we'll be hoping and expecting the home side of Viborg to win out shortly. This very one, it is a home win out shortly. That's what we expect for that very game. Okay, and that takes us to the next start for today. Now it is in Polish, extra klasa in Poland first division, where we have Judge Leona Białystok who will be coming up against Zelebly Lubin. Okay, for Białystok, they've won 2 games and 2 draws in the last 6 matches. They've also lost 2, and for their away side Lubin, it is 2 victories and a draw. They've also lost 3 games in the last 6 matches that they have so far. And when you take a look at how this is fared from home and away, you could see that Białystok have actually won 7 games and 3 draws. The last 10 home games, they have not lost any single match, And the away side, Lubin have been able to achieve 4 victories and a draw, losing 5 matches in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. On head-to-head basis, you can see that Jagiellona Białystok have actually been able to, dominate meetings, the recent meetings between these two sides. The last 3 meetings, I've seen them winning all 3 meetings against this very side. The last one was actually in October of last year. Białystok played from away in that location and won by 3-1 against this very side. And when we put all the stats together, we definitely expect to see, a win for the home side, the Białystok, to win out shortly in this very game. It is home win. That's what value for that very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the next, which will be the last for today. It is in Norway, second division, Group 2, where we have Ascar who will be facing Cborg. Okay, when you look at Ascar football, they've won just once and 3 draws, but have also lost 2 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. And away side, Vborg have had 3 victories and a draw, losing 2 matches in the last 6 matches. Okay, when you take a look at performances from home and away basis, you can see that the home side, Ascar, have actually won 7 games and a draw, losing 2 matches. And away side, on the other hand, also have won 7 games and a draw, losing 2 matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. But also worthy of mention is the fact that the home side, the last 8 home matches that they had, saw them producing lots of goals in the last 8, over 2.5 in each of the matches that they had from the last 8 home matches. And the away side, Cborg, on the other hand, last 10 away games saw them producing over 2.5 8 times out of 10, and the last away game they had saw them winning by 5-0. They've been scoring lots of goals, and the home side also is scoring as well. And in this one, we'll be expecting. Also, when you look at the head-to-head meetings, you can see that the last 4 meetings also produced over 2.5, 3 out of 4. And in this very one, we'll definitely expect to see lots of goals in this one. And it is a minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very game, and over 2.5. That's what we expect for this very encounter. All right, that brings our predictions for you today on Betcraft to conclusion. We wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Also, remember to play responsibly, as these are football games. Sometimes you make room for surprises. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions right on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep winning.